we were outside, and I looked at our son Sam and said, "Does Dad look yellow? Like, does he look yellow to you?" And he said, "Yeah." And I told Mike, I said, "You look yellow." And then he had made the comment about, I'm kind of itchy, and that night had more pain. So we called the doctor the next day.
Yeah. So I went ahead and worked on Monday. The pain was pretty bad, but so that night after I logged off from work, went down to the ER, and they admitted me there right away. And about 2:00 in the morning, the doctor that was on call at that time came in and said, "Yeah, you've got cancer. You know, there's that spot. There's cancer." I don't know. I guess for me, when we first came back with the results, from the biopsy, it is bile duct cancer. First, it's a very rare cancer here in the U.S. It's a cancer that's predominantly found in Asia.
And in 65 in years.
Yeah, 65 years and older. So being my age, and having this very rare cancer is kind of, of all the cancers out there, how did I get this one? You know what I mean? So I kind of had to deal with that too. I remember asking him were there any symptoms that I should have seen or recognized prior to all this happening? And he said, no, it's very similar to pancreatic cancer, that once something does start showing up, it's usually advanced, and it's more of an aggressive type cancer. So then started hearing those words as well, and then right away, to me, the first thoughts that came to my mind were, seeing the kids one graduate, college and high school. My son's a freshman in college. Daughter's a freshman in high school. The wedding, I'm gonna walk my daughter down the aisle. Grandkids, so immediately those are the thoughts that started flooding my mind. But it wasn't too long. After kind of having me a few hours to process it, I was being able to talk it out. There's just this peace. There's just comfort. And we know that only God can provide. Yeah. And just, I know some of our friends who were there right away, they started sending out, stuff through social media and stuff, and started getting the prayer chain going and everything.
As it started sinking in, I agree. There was a peace that we know it's the Lord, and a comfort. So every time I felt that thought of what about our future, or what about, the next thing, and the fear, the Lord just countered it with, this is your journey. This is going to be your path in life. And our friend, one of our good friends, he is also a pastor out in Texas. They said, you got to own your path. He's like,
take ownership of it.
Take ownership of it, and live it, and to His glory. So that's kind of what we did. And every time I felt like when those hard thoughts came up, the Lord was there either to have someone knock on the door, one of our friends, or a nurse to encourage us, and hug us. God was there in the even in the physical part of. He was there, through friends and people.
Yeah, so I can't imagine going through this, without our church family, our community. And we've been on the other side. I've been on this side of it. It's very humbling. And, to be able to give and be able to pray for others, that was a big blessing too. But to be on this side now, receiving that, I don't know. I can't. There's not words.
We had people who picked up our daughter, took our daughter to school, kept her at her house. I never once, and the whole time in the hospital, had to worry about where she was, or we even, on Valentine's Day, Brian Sheld made her chocolate covered strawberries and dropped them off at her friend's house where she was staying from us. And just the way people have with meals and just their generosity. We just are blown away with the prayer and the love and people.
I just can't imagine being anywhere else, honestly.
No.
And just our area is just, when something goes wrong, again, seeing the past, everybody's there just to jump in, and to help out wherever they can. And we felt that on this end of it.
It makes us more aware of our community's needs and things. I pray daily now, Lord, open my eyes to the things I didn't see before, or the people who need our help before, because that's what I want to be for them now, like what they've done for us. Every day we wake up, every day we have an opportunity, and you know, if we can minister to someone, or someone asks me about how Mike's doing, if I can speak that we have peace and that we trust the Lord, and that is something that they can relate to or needed to hear, then yeah, what's happening with us, then it's every bit worth it.
Yeah.
If this is our journey, this is what we're doing, then we're gonna make the best
Just
of
trust
it.
God's plan, whatever it is. You know, I know that He's sovereign. You know, He's perfect. So.